everyone. If I could ask you to please gather, we're going to make a semicircle, and we're going to ask you not... Testing, testing. Hello, everyone. If I could ask you to please gather, we're going to make a semicircle, and we're going to ask you not to block the video camera so that they have a good video. So please come all the way over this side. You can come all the way around. And come as close as you can so you can hear. There's lots of room over here. Nobody wants to be here. Thank you. So I'm going to ask you that you get comfortable as much as you can. I know it's chilly. It's kind of a beautiful day, though. We need the rain. Henri Allen, and I was a customer of Henri, of Robert's. I got to be through the name change. And I'm also a Lutheran pastor, which may seem odd to some of you, but we had many great discussions together. We had a good time. I spent a lot more time in the shop than he spent cutting my hair sometimes. And many of you have had those wonderful discussions also. And the good times of sharing. And I had the privilege of being able to surprise him a little bit because he didn't know that a Christian pastor could discuss these things and not be all upset. And that he could hear some of the things I believed in. Lo and behold, traded language and words and thoughts and a lot of love. So that's who I am. And I'm going to get to hear more about each of you. So let's begin. Blessed be the one who comforts us in all our sorrows, so that we can comfort others in their sorrows. We've set aside a little bit of time here for sharing, and I would like to invite you to come. You don't have to come and share, but because of the wonderful wealth of memories that are here, I'm going to ask you to choose your favorite one, your favorite shortest one, and then after this time together, we will, you can continue sharing with one another, of course, afterwards too, because there's a lot to say and a lot to tell about Henri's wonderful life. And so we're going to just invite you to come and...
he was conger. We were born a day apart. We be covers about what we did and all that business, but...
Hi, my name's Lou Corona, and I had a chance to get to know Robert for about 2 years. And every time I got to see him and spend some time with him, it was always, if I was going to say anything on the bottom line level, that was the main thing that I picked up from him. Is the immense love that he had for all of us. And so I came for that reason, just to share that one thing, this immense love that he had.
There's Robert Haigh.
Robert, I still call him Robert. I've known him about 15 years. And there's one thing I can say about Robert. That's a bad, nasty word about anybody. Never have I ever heard him say that word about anybody. And I think he was a great guy. And someday I hope to see him again and shake hands.
MD fellow, and I went to him after I had to get approval from my Chicago hair cutter because I won't let just anybody cut my hair. But we immediately started talking about anything and everything. We had a lot to share. The one thing recently in my life that made me think I should share this is the love of animals and this beautiful Siamese cat, and there were other cats who would make the cat food himself. So anybody who loves animals, that's the one thing.
Robert, there's Robert.
Is
There's Robert Haigh right there with the glasses.
Henri, thank you.
Definitely Bob.
About 7 years. My name's Mike.
One thing I would add is his incredible sense of humor. I was actually joking with Bruce that maybe we'd come here and find out he just wanted to see who'd come to his funeral. But I'm still waiting, Robert, wherever you are. But incredible sense of humor, fabulous person, and really showed me what it means to be a friend. So thank you, and I believe you're right here, right now.
Yeah. Patelli, I've been seeing Robert or Henry probably every 6 or 7 Saturdays since 1980, maybe one of his longest clients. And didn't know him too well on the outside, but I got to say, more than just going to get my hair cut, I was always looking forward to the talks we would have, the name thing, and just all the inspiration the man had. And he really came from a good place. He was just full of love and happiness, and I'm definitely going to miss him dearly.
I wrote a couple notes.
That's Peter Katz? That's the son of a bitch with your phone?
Celebration of Henry's life. God revealed himself through Henry. God is great. God created the Word and anointed Henry, revealing himself through Henry's insights. Henry's connection with what is invisible to us through sight created the Word and the alphabet. Wow.
Oh, that's Roberta.
We all witnessed that in real time. How truly awesome.
There's Robert in the back.
That's Robert Haigh.
In many
That's for sure and simple, Robert Haigh. That's Robert Haigh.
He was able to describe in detail
his hair's
our
tucked up underneath there.
of our individual psyche produced by
That's
our
a wig.
man. And to the sun, I say, early sun, I love you.
There's Heather standing next to Robert Phelan in the background.
The Robert Phelan, then that's the guy that's with the hat.
Robert Jr. with the other hat, the white hat.
Right.
The dark hat is Robert Phelan, the one who trained Robert.
That's Katrina.
The beginning of the technique.
Petronella.
World, and have some food.
Mims.
The best part was playing frisbee with Robert in every.
Nesman.
Where's Felice? I didn't see her in the pictures.
His
That's
ex-wife?
His wife.
Yeah, his ex-wife, I bet. Everyone says she's, moved to,
Hello, my name
Isn't
is
she
no
Bruce.
longer
I
around?
met Henry about 3 years ago, being in the music industry. I remember back many years ago, he used to advertise in Music Connection magazine, Long Hair Rocks. So many years later, little did I know he had become one of my best friends. I feel honored that I was able to be introduced to some of Henry's closer friends, also Phil and Holly, and actually was on the phone with them near the end, and for whatever reason, I was pretty much there at his last breath.
There's Phil. Kanakis.
I do entertainment all the time, and I get up and speak.
Baba G.
I find it very difficult.
That's Baba G?
That's Baba G. He channels Baba G.
You all know how he
Phil
is.
Kanakis right there. In the
It's very
shiny
fortunate
jacket.
that in my life. He gave me the name of Rio, so I've got a postcard up in my bathroom so I remember who I am, what my name is every morning. And I'll definitely miss him. And yearly, we'll stay in touch for sure. And Henry even had a chance to meet my parents, and what an impact that he left with them. Did some healing with my parents, and Henry and I, we spoke at least a couple times a week. It took me a long time before I trimmed my hair before, but he'd always convinced me that if I would let him cut my hair, that he would make it look fuller. And I always thought, how could he do this when there's less hair and make it fuller? But I finally one day, I trusted him, and he actually did cut my hair, besides just the length. So, and I became a believer
to a
in
chef
these
in
haircuts.
Chicago. Or...
So I thank you all for having me here
where I
and
put
being able
that
to be part of this, and we got the sound system running and everything.
Yep, it was Heather. There's Hurley
That's
next to
Hurley right there with the
Roberta.
bad haircut. Have you heard
Hair
that?
Pirates.
He's
always
he looks
never seems to me. It's outside on the world when he did.
Robert Jr.
the shirt
The
he
light
always looks
hat.
like that. It's on a wig too, so it makes him look like Robert.
We're going to actually give Henry the last word. So,
Can we give Henry the last word?
Just to give you an idea of what we've got here, there's 3 messages here that were recorded by Michael many years ago. Was it Michael? Henry says it's very sexy.
Mike Stevens.
If it doesn't just hang there. So it has to be
Becky
cut
George,
right.
you
You'll
pin me.
notice the eloquence of how Henry speaks about hair. The next little segment is
That's a hair fitness girl, the long hair and the
long hair is
jacket.
sexy hair if it doesn't just hang there. Rapunzel, with her hair down past her knee, past the floor actually, is just long hair for the sake of length. It doesn't balance the body, it doesn't bring out the curves, doesn't bring out the gorgeousness of the face and the eyes.
Just a small one with the
A true long hair cut is fantastic. Flows from the crown of the head, frames the face, brings out the eyes, brings out the smile, tapers down to fullness and length at the back, usually somewhere above or below the waist or the middle of the back, depending on the person. And it should balance the body and look appropriate. Just like 4-inch fingernails doesn't look good on the hand. The person who's got them may love them for their length. The length for their own sake doesn't work. Length for bringing out the beauty of the form of the person and their personality, that can be fantastic. So it takes the proper tapering, the proper layering, the right fullness and movement in the right places, making sure there's nothing that's thinned out or straggly, make everything looks fresh and gorgeous and fall into place without any work. If hair has good condition, this is simply be there and express itself in a beautiful way. If there is poor condition, then we have to use some products. If it's a bad haircut, well, you need a good one. And a good haircut is designed to hold its shape for at least 3 to 4 months. It should look good for 90% of that time, at least. A long hair specialist loves length but wants it to balance the person. There are salons that go for the Rapunzel look, and all you want to do is get your hair down to your knees or below. That's not what we are. We're here to make your hair and your body balance and look beautiful together. End of quote.
Robert Jr.
Love is the fulfilling of the law. Love is the acceptance of the true idea related to life and appreciation of the magnificence of opportunity
That's Robert's mentor.
and of doing things with due care and consideration. To fulfill is to discriminate, to be one with true purpose, to be mentally alive, to have thorough discrimination in the heart, and to do all things with intelligence and to aliveness. We just discussed the concept of courage as being heartage. So when you're in a state of fear, you need to enter your heart, which is what courage relates to, going into the heart. When you go into your heart, you're fulfilled with love. And that love, as it fulfills you, allows you to wash away the fear and the tension through the concept of crying. Because crying has the clarity from the C, the thoroughness of unlimitation from the R, and the activity of ease from the Y. So when one has cried, one has removed and cleansed their heart completely, and that leads to a state of ease. That ease is a peaceful, relaxed state where the tension has been washed away through the tears.
That's it. Thank you for listening. If anyone wants to have access to that, they could speak to Heather maybe, and she could send them a link, and you can listen to it again many times. Thank you.
I need that link.
And to please do that afterwards, to share your memories in that way. And we're going to take a moment now and bless the memories that you do have. It is hard to find peace and comfort in the midst of grief, and I know that many of you are grieving in a variety of different ways, especially when it follows the loss of someone so special and so suddenly. But part of finding that peace is knowing that the person that you love isn't gone, but has just gone to a different place. And he still continues, and the essence of who he is carries on close, and to have them nearby, to feel Henri's presence and love with you. And each memory is special. Each one that you shared and those that you thought about while other people were sharing, they're special because they not only tell you about Robert, but they also tell you about who you were in relationship to him and who you will continue to be. We honor those who have died before us by living our lives to the best possible fullness that we are able to do. Henri contained the very breath and spirit of God as do each and every one of you. And we honor that by continuing forward and by living in that love that he cared so deeply about. I hope that you will feel close to him and feel his close presence. And also as you live your life, as you spread that love to others, you'll know that he's never left you, but is always with you. After you've written the thoughts on the paper, those papers are going to be burned, and then in a private time with just his family, as they scatter the ashes, your memories will be scattered with his ashes. So please, as this time ends, the formal part of our time ends, make sure that you write something and put it into the box.
There's cake of Kaballa.
Just a little bit more about that love and that courage that he cared so deeply about.
Never seen him.
He was a generous man, absolutely generous, marveled at humanness, and was just so interested in people. The ultimate person to be cutting and doing things with hair, because he was such an excellent listener and talker, and you really felt like you had his full attention when you were with him. He was concentrating on you. And he used to tease me a lot because I'd walk in and he'd say, "Are you ready for your new name?" And I'd say no, and he'd say, "Okay." So, we had that constant batter going back and forth. We would share books with each other and conversations. But mostly that great love that we all live in, that we are all called to exist in. Part of the quote that you heard is and some of you may not know this, he was quite a biblical student, and he read the Bible. And so that quote came that love is the law that we live in is directly from Scripture. And he believed that Scripture had a lot to teach us. And so I'm going to ask you today to take his word for it that we live in love. And there's a verse in Romans that talks about that if you are in that love, nothing can separate you. Meet the days ahead in the comfort of a holy and certain hope, and in the joyful expectation of being reunited with Henri, whom they love.
There's Yu Pin Lee and her sister.
I'm now going to read a Jewish litany about remembering.
George.
In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember. In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember. In the opening of buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember. In the blueness of the sky and in the warmth of summer, we remember. In the rustling of the leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we remember. In the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember.
No, that's Hurley.
When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember. When we have joys we yearn to share, we remember. So long as we live, they too shall live, for they are now a part of us, as we remember.
So you think you're saying...
I invite you to have a moment of silence to pray as you would pray.
Along here does it too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or a monitor does it, whatever you call it. But he's made up special to look just like the other one.
Yeah, that was just him there passing by.
That's right, Robert, you busted. Look, he's gone. This is wrong. This is just so wrong.
Robert Jr.'s looking around like...
As it is a little chilly here,
look at this guy.
There's a place that Robert loved just down the street called The Only Place in Town. They serve hot beverages, and if after you've shared a little bit of here, you can just leave your car and just wander down the street, or there may be parking down there too. But it was a place that he loved, and if you want to keep talking and sharing, it may keep you from going home with a chill. So that's an opportunity for you if you would like to keep sharing with one another. He really liked that.
That's Gloria's best friend.
Is there a day back there? Or the other one?
No, the lady
in the sure and certain hope that we will be reunited, we commend Henry to his new journey of love and life, that you may bring glory and honor to this life and the next. Go in peace. Amen.
Now there's Robert with his wig and the big heavy set kind of. Yeah, see right there with the shiny jacket. Yeah.
That's Bob. See his back of his hair looks exactly like Curly's.
Yeah.
That's done up so he can keep long hair under it. Who's this guy? He looks like Mason. He actually looks like
That's Heather's daughter.
Well, that guy looks like that's Robert right there. The back of it.
Watch her talk away. She knows English.
No. She knows perfectly.
She's talking up the storm with everyone.
It's everybody else is speaking Chinese. These guys are all... It's my professional thing. Like a really high
Just like Heather D's.
They're really happy. I'm kind of glad they're busy.
all their gardening and stuff. Now they got to start all over again. They're still busy. It's all fresh.
Peter Corn had that.
He's trying to tell me they had cocaine salmon last night. That they some thought, back in the filet. Yeah, filet. They're good, you know. They stay forever. Yes, like I'm going to say that they got a big one that costs. I want to talk to
Look at that. You're hot.
Mom, your dad wants to talk to you.
Maybe we are. Maybe he's visiting and he is there.
Where's the ex-wife? Please, she's not even in there. And then the picture especially cut out. Interesting.
The Nesman family?
Nesman family. Maybe he's, let's see, Robert Rager. Maybe he's Robert Nesman family. There's Ross Davis behind the picture there. Ross Davis, the godfather of the haircutting technique, the old school Sasu haircutting technique. And that's Polly singing it. Chanting. I think that's her music. That's Peter Katz. Robert's best friend. They were all his best friends. All these people that said they were his best friend.
My daughter. Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Jeannie with the hair products. Hi. Gosh, nice to meet you. I had no idea she had such a beautiful daughter. Thank you. Oh. Your mom is just wonderful. I'm so glad that she has you. I mean, I don't know who else she knows, and I got her number, and I'm very comforted that she has you. You'll take good care of her. Give me a break from everything for a while. Yeah. She has such a beautiful daughter.
right. Big flash
Take
of
it
red.
in the background.
Use a few names right here. Yeah.
What I don't get is after we all had 795-1272.
Well,
Then that phone number got passed around. This guy right there, Peter Thorne, who supposedly died, as reported to me. Keiko's right there. That's Keiko. She told me that he died a year
Peter
later.
Thorne died too?
Yeah, he died, and he had the phone number 626-795-1272. My old business number.
She said that?
When I was with Robert.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
She told you?
Yeah. Very cute lady.
Nobody ever met you in years later.
She's munching all the time.
Yeah, she is.
That's good.
Oh, and Peter Thorne told me how Heather kicked me out of the shop and he had nowhere to go. And that they treated him terribly.
Everybody at that place.
And Dupin said the same thing, that she was...
Everybody there knows that they are getting a fraud. Who's she? Who is that one?
And that she had to...
Who was that one that I pointed out? No, the one before, skipping over damaged area.
That's Hair Fitness Genie Maxim to the right and Peter Katz to the left.
You can't.
Both from Orange
that.
County.
Don't touch or clean that thing, really. Huntington Beach, Orange County.
There he is. And what's that bright glare? That's not on this side. They show not a flashlight or something. Put a burn in there so that you couldn't get a picture. That's what it was. That's Heather Cerese's husband on the right, the chef.
Really? Okay, so.
Where's that? He lived in. Let's see there.
Everybody here wrote the Red Marble. Who's this thing here? That's Becky George and.
I think she was an ex employee. She looks just like an ex-employee. That's it.
Okay, kill it. Lights. That's revealing.
Where's the...
You're on full screen.
Okay.
How long was that?
I don't know. It's pretty long.
Like a fucking hour, huh?
Yeah. There's that.